Okay, so we all agree we will not breathe a single word about what's happened tonight to another living soul for as long as we live. Agreed?
Fine.
Agreed.
Just this once.
Great. Let's get out of here.
Wow.
And here we go. Hello there, thanks for joining me. I am AVStoryteller and this is my Let's Play Skyrim. Thanks for joining me again. Right, we rejoined Raimyr in solitude. Behind me is the Blue Palace. I'm just been to the Bard's College. Right, we were here because we were trying to organise a truce between the Stormcloaks and the Imperial. So we have just seen General Tullus in order to ask him to go to High Hrothgar to a peace council. I'll see if I can find this for you. This is all started by this season Unending quest, where the Jarl of Whiterun won't agree to help me trap a dragon while the Imperials and Stormcloaks are still fighting, because he fears that they would take advantage of his city and his men being killed and burned to the ground. Fair enough indeed. So we have to negotiate a peace treaty with the Greybeard's help. So now that we've spoken to Tullus, General Tullus, and he's agreed to come to the treaty, all we have to do now is go to Windhelm and speak to Ulfric Stormcloak there. However, while popping into the Blue Palace, I also came across a number of other quests. The Mine of Madness is part of Sheogorath's quest. I'll come back to that one. This one I believe comes from Amorous Adventures, A Widow Too Soon, where it seemed that Jarl Ellis gave Raimyr a bigger smile and held his eyes longer than royal etiquette would require. So she obviously is interested in him somewhat, and so we picked up this quest. So in order to prove my daring to Elisith, I need to go on a quest. Now, when I tried to speak to Falk, I didn't seem to have any additional option to progress that further, and I've done a bit of investigation into this, and there's another quest called Tending the Flame which I believe should have triggered, but there's a known bit of a bug where if you've got the Bard's quest at the time when you go to speak to Queen Elisith, it won't trigger, but it suggests if you just simply go back in there again, it should trigger, and the NPC should then have a speech with the Queen, and that would trigger the Tending of the Flame quest, and then that should allow me to speak to Falk about that Skull Cave. So it's a bit convoluted, involving a number of quests there, but I'm going to give that a try. I also picked up this Carver and the Collector quest, Find the Face Sculptor. Now, initially I thought that was something to do with the Face Sculptor down in Riften, but it's not. It's not at all. It's down here. So I'm not entirely sure what that is all about, to be perfectly honest. I think I might have picked that up actually by speaking to one of the NPCs on the ground floor of the Blue Palace. So Tending the Flame. I am to be inducted into the Bard's College at the burning of King Olaf Festival. I'm sure the other one was called Tending the Flame as well, actually. Might be getting a bit mixed up there. Anyway, so I need to speak to Jean after dusk, but I think before we go and do that, which sounds a bit frivolous, a bit too much, or not really high priority at the moment, we need to go to Windhelm and speak to Ulfric. But my personal quest of get rid of the quest items involve going to the Blue Palace and getting rid of this Palagius hip bone, I believe I picked up, and so I've spoken to one of the staff, and they've given me a key to access the Palagius wing. Now, if I can find it in my inventory, what I'm talking about here, it would be in the miscellaneous. There, that thing. I was confronted, accosted, jumped by what I can only assume was one of Sheogorath's servants, pretty much on this spot. I'm still at the moment. Episodes ago, and he pleaded for me to speak to his master to return to his realm because it was falling apart. How can you tell that a realm of madness is falling apart? I do not know. But maybe things will explain itself as we go and do that. So that is what I'm planning to do. And that's really so I can just clear up my inventory among, if nothing else. And I thought it would be a bit of fun. It's like change of pace. So let's just do that. I doubt it's going to be very long. Hello?
Yes, what do you want? Can't you see I'm busy dying?
Oh, you've got a bit of a Maven Blackbriar look about you. Everyone dies, not everyone is so insufferable about it. I'm sorry, what are you dying of? You appear to be healthy. I could see that. I came out of concern for your welfare. I'm sorry, what are you dying of? One of these two. You appear to be healthy.
What, so healthy people can't die now? I'll have you know we can. It just takes thrice the time.
Calm down, madam. No need to be antagonistic.
I will be whatever I want to be, you brainless cur. I will not be courteous. For what nobility I had left departed along with my fortune. No, I was stripped of it by the only thing that could affect someone of my eminence. I lost it to Dragonfire. Helgen. I was there.
And that reminds me, I've actually got the Helgen Reborn quest, which I need to go back to now. I should be able to speak to Marcus, beg your pardon. As a matter of fact, so would I.
Somehow, I doubt that. One with your considerable waistline would have proved too tempting a morsel for a dragon to ignore.
That's ridiculous. I'm in excellent shape. Okay, I'm going to go easier on her, if in fact she is dying. I'm still swift enough to take you down. I'm perfectly comfortable with my size. I'm not sure how any of this is relevant, and you seem to be projecting. I know, I can't stop eating and I hate myself for I've got this friend with a sweet roll problem. Maybe you could help him out. I'm not sure how any of this is relevant, and you seem to be projecting.
How absurd! My personal chef saw to it that I ate only the healthiest meals, and my servants made sure to compliment me on the result. Were my servants lying to me all this time? If they were smart, they were. But people of low birth are all twaddling nitwits.
Twaddling?
Take
that?
you, for example. Oh, I don't hold it against you. Were I to choose you, my name alone would be enough to elevate our progeny beyond your obvious shortcomings.
Who the what now? What do you mean?
Truth be told, I have suffered worse in the name of making my fortune. I wonder if you are spoken for. Which brings us back to my original point. I am in need of a suitable partner. One who can finance the lifestyle I've become accustomed to. Because, for all intents and purposes, I'd rather be dead than poor. And every second I am the latter brings me closer to the former. So, as the Nords are fond to do, I seek marriage without courtship. Time is short, and every day is worth 2 tomorrows.
How did you make your original fortune? You couldn't have lost much. Helgen was more of a military outpost than a city. Many paid a stiff price at Helgen, yet you still have your life. That's the question, but you get the impression that she's going to go, "Pa, I'd rather have died in flames than have to wear the same pair of shoes 2 days in a row. Oh, the tragedy. Life is hard. It's a hard, hard life for us."
And what should I do with it? Work the fields like some common harridan? I know my worth. And for one with my stock, there are only 2 sensible ways to make fortune. By marriage or by blood. And unless some wealthy uncle shows up with gold spilling out of his pockets, the only viable alternative is marriage.
It'll be difficult for someone like you to find a spout. What if there are no eligible bachelors?
Don't be absurd. Wealthy men will abandon their children and leave their wives the moment they see my amulet of Mara. I am young. I am high-born. I am educated. I am the most devastating beauty Skyrim has witnessed in 5 millennia. What man wouldn't want this?
But you're hideous. Easy now, the cracks in your forehead are starting to widen. Lady Ashwood, the confidence in your beauty is well deserved. I suppose there's plenty of suitors who enjoy fog-faced women. Your personality is the problem more than anything. So we've got 1 positive and 5 very negative. Oh dear, are we feeling generous from here? But Lady Ashwood, your confidence in your beauty is well deserved. Oh no, I don't want to massage that already incredibly sized ego of her. Your personality is the problem more than anything.
I admit, my personality is a bit disarming to some. I am a simple woman who knows what I want, and isn't willing to settle for anything less. You may paint me as selfish for thinking so, but most failed marriages are a product of compromises. Compromises leave you unfulfilled and unsatisfied. And resentful
she
of
can't
the
get any
spouse who
satisfaction
forced
in
you to
either.
make them.
Okay, how... You couldn't have lost much. Helgen was more of a military outpost in the city.
And who do you think fed the soldiers and reared their mounts?
I beg your
Ashwood
pardon?
Farm had a contract with the Empire, and they paid handsomely. With no Jarl, there were no taxes, and with a military garrison situated in the city, our homes were guarded tighter than the Blue Palace itself. Helgen was indeed a military outpost, and that is precisely what made it profitable.
And just to finish things off, how did you make your original fortune?
I inherited it. And by that I mean I earned every septim. My mother was a hard woman, and she treated her servants, her farmhands, and her children like hardened criminals.
What do you mean by that?
I remember we had an orc servant, bastard born, and every time my mother got drunk, she made it a point to remind him. She gave the poor sod a serving of knuckle pie for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. 3 square meals a day. Right square in the jaw. I don't have to imagine how much they hurt. I know the taste of it all too well.
That couldn't have been an easy child. What about the poor orc?
Yes. Only the beatings weren't enough. Bruises heal, but the words stick you like a dagger. One day I asked a servant why he puts up with it, and he told me, same reason you do, for the gold. I learned a valuable lesson that day. The one with the gold makes the rules. Those without it are prisoners. Those with it can forever live free.
Sense is a currency more valuable than gold. All the gold in the world won't make your Uriel birthright in paramount. What your mother did was horrible. I'm sorry. Your strict upbringing strengthens your character and you should be thankful. What your mother did was horrible. I'm sorry.
Well, I accept your apology. But you seem to be missing the point. What is horrible and decent depends entirely on the size of your coffers. Many before you acknowledged the direness of my situation, but their pity was as empty as their pockets.
Maybe so, but it doesn't make it right. Not in the eyes of God. Oh. There are ways to upset those in power. Coin is a fool's immunity. Okay, not in the eyes of the god. I'm not going to say that one. So I've got one choice, really.
Wars and assassinations require gold to finance them. Besides, I would not do something so barbaric as murdering one's own kin.
Okay, right.
Leave them.
Try to be careful.
I kind of left that conversation just hanging really in the air there. Okay, we got everyone. We do indeed. Okay, let's just pop quickly upstairs.
Steward Firebeard. I gave you the name of the Talos worshipper yesterday. Why has he not been arrested for heresy?
Don't tell me how to do my job.
If you actually did your job, I would not need to tell you anything.
I have no more business with you. Be gone!
As you know,
She's not begun yet.
Solitude's coffers are much depleted by the war efforts. Thane Eriker, you have a strong head for business. What do you suggest?
Thane Erica? Right, this is the fella
Respect the law, and you'll have no
who I
trouble with
believe should be
Dragonbridge.
having his conversation.
Do you have business with the court?
Hmm.
Feel free to return to me with questions. The Blue Palace is an open forum.
Okay. Right. Right, okay, what are we gonna do here then? Let me try something.
I swear to you, unnatural magics are coming from that cave. There are strange noises and lights. We need someone to investigate.
Then we will immediately send out a legion to scour the cave and secure the town. Hafengar's people will always be safe under
Your
my
Eminence, my scrying has suggested nothing in the area. Dragonbridge is under Imperial control. This is likely superstitious nonsense.
Perhaps a more tempered reaction might be called for?
Oh, yes, of course, you were right. Falk, tell Captain Aldous I said to assign a few extra soldiers to Dragonbridge.
Thank you, Jarl Elisif. But about the cave?
I will have someone take care of the cave as well, Varnius. You can rest easy. You're dismissed.
Excellent. Right.
I've heard the Empire plans to levy a tax on our trading ships.
Seems to have done the
You've
job.
got to do something about this.
General Tullius needs more money for the war effort. We need the funds to arm and provision more troops.
Then let's increase the taxes on the farms and merchants. We can't afford to lose the loyalty of the ship captains.
We know full well about your investment in shipping ventures, Eriker. I've also heard troubling rumors about dealings between you and the crew of that pirate ship, the Red Wave.
Pirate ship.
Thankfully, Jarl Elisif cares far less about your lost profits than she does about winning the war.
The Jarl would be wise to remember that it is her thanes and my profits that are paying for this war.
Right. Okay, let's have a quick word with Falk Firebeard. See if that
May I
changes.
speak with you for a moment, Your Grace?
Oh, hold on.
Not now.
A moment is all I ask, Your Grace.
What do you want?
Yet another caravan from Hammerfell has been ambushed in Hafengar. The losses incurred by the merchants who invested in these caravans will deter them from engaging in future enterprises in Skyrim. I respectfully recommend that more guards be dispatched to patrol the trade routes before the bandit problem degenerates. To the extent that trade between Skyrim and Hammerfell comes to a complete halt.
I'll handle it. No need to blow things out of proportion.
Safe travel on the highways is a shared concern and priority for everyone in Skyrim. I think if you appeal to the Jarls of all the holds, they will concur as a matter of practicality, in my humble opinion.
If I cared for your opinion on our affairs, I'd ask. Now, if you'll excuse me.
It's nearly time to collect taxes on your properties here in the city, Brian.
Hello.
We'll need to visit each home for an assessment.
Is it that time again already? Very well. Let's meet this evening and make the arrangements.
Oh, well done. Very subtle.
I beg your pardon?
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I imply that you'd be meeting for purposes other than court business?
Who's
You
talking?
must forgive me.
Hold your tongue, wizard, or you're likely to lose it.
I should very much like to see you try it, my dear steward.
Stop it, both of you. You're acting like children.
We lost another 5 guardsmen.
Was she talking from the bed? That's awesome. Wow, I can see why she's a cop wizard.
Thane Bryling, at your service.
Thane
Thane?
Eriker, you have a strong head for business.
Okay,
What
Falk.
do you suggest?
I am the Jarl's steward. If you have more
Superb.
business to tend to, you talk to me.
I hear you're looking for some help with Wolfskull Cave.
You mean the
Listen to
Dragon
you.
Bridge
Speaking
issue?
of sacrifice,
I'll be honest
you've
with
never
you.
gone hungry a
I
day
was
in your
planning to
life,
let that go.
And what would my
Varnius is a
impetuous
bit
Thane
jumpy at the
Bryling
best of
suggest
times.
instead?
There have been
Let the
reports of
Empire
weird
fight its
happenings
own
near
war
Wolfskull
with
Cave.
its own funds,
Travelers
and without hijacking our
disappearing,
supplies
odd
and
lights.
sources.
I
Let
suspect
Halfling
wild
rebuild.
animals, or perhaps bandits. I don't think it's worth our time with the war going on. But if you want to clear out the cave, I'll make sure you're repaid for your
The
work.
Stormcloaks only rebel because the Empire...
Started the man who cried wolf. Okay, why is it called Wolfskull Cave?
The cave has a bad
That
history.
is quite enough.
Long ago,
Perhaps I will
Potema the
raise
Wolf
suspicions
Queen
when I have
used
an
it
audience
for
with General Tullius.
necromantic rituals. That's where it got the name. That was over 500
We
years
just came
ago.
across pictures of her in
Nothing
the
much down there
old
now.
Dead Man's Right respect.
But everyone's always convinced the cave is haunted.
Look around here as if your intent is not
I can't help.
anyone who isn't dumber than the puppet
I
on
can't
your
help but feel that
throne.
everything is coming
You are
neatly
far
together.
from home, Red Guard.
After just
I'd watch your
gone
tone if I
and
were
done
you,
the
unless you want to be
it's
branded
noisy
as
in
a
here.
talent
Sorry, I'm trying to move away.
dragged to the
After just
execution
doing
bar.
the King Olaf's verse and going to Dead Man Respite and seeing those
Booted your kind out of
depictions of Queen Potamia on the walls there. The talk of Numenex, the Numenex being above White One's Jarl Balgruth's throne, all seems to be nicely coming together all at the same time. So, anyway, let's go into this Palagius wing. I hope everyone's ready. This could go weird
Really?
very quickly.
I'll be happy to demonstrate why the conquest of
Guide my hand. It will be done.
We could even journey to the Shivering Isles and pay Shogorath a visit.
I fear it is a mistake.
Something on your mind?
Never thought the day would come where I would stoop so low as to be your steed.
I will subdue this chaotic world.
Right behind you.
Let's get this over with.
Anything else?
Whistle if you need me, okay?
Okay, so we all agree we will not breathe a single word about what's happened tonight to another living soul for as long as we live. Agreed?
Fine.
Agreed.
Just this once.
Great. Let's get out of here.
Wow.
That was close.
An inn. This would be an ideal time to sit back and relax.
It's just another normal day in solitude. Just another normal day in solitude. Okay, people, I think we should get back to do some normal adventuring. And I think we really should go to this Wolfskull Cave for Falk Firebeard. After we've had some breakfast, of course. No, I think we should take things nice and easy, actually, to begin with. Nice and easy.
Are we ready to depart?
Yes, let's just pop down, grab
Lead
a
us
quick
onward.
bite to eat, I'm thinking. And then we're going to head off to... I'll just show you the map. Wolfskull Cave. Sorry, Indigo, what were you saying?
Warm in here. We are heading out?
Yes, it's...
All right.
I've got a bit of fever myself, I'm thinking. Very quiet. Almost too quiet. Let's just... Ooh, yes, let's just check how hungry I am. Very hungry. Thirsty. Not tired. Just normal people going about their normal business. Because you can't be too careful. You can't be too careful. You can't be too careful. Right, let's see what the innkeeper has for breakfast. Everyone can see that axe, right?
To a limited extent.
Right, okay.
Welcome to the Winking Skeever, friend.
What do you have for sale?
Let's sate that appetite,
What's for breakfast? Not again. I'll have some milk. And let's see. That looks nice. I'll have that. Honey nut treat. And an apple dumpling or 3.
Remember the Winking Skeever next time you're footsore.
How do you know about my feet?
He's crazy.
How did he know about our feet?
Damn it.
I'm going to eat this and I'm going to leave. Like a normal person doing normal things. Oh, it's a bit grey and overcast. Is there a carriage close to this place? No. No, there is not. So, cross there, up there, around there. Okay, I think it's time to summon up the horses. Still hungry. Milk Drinker's Endeavour. Health plus 20%. 30 seconds. Awesome. Horse call.
Try not to trample me, please.
Hey! Whoa! You all saw that, right? I forgot Azura. I'll just go back and get Azura.
Yes?
Might well let you.
Lead the way, my hero.
Let's head out, people. Looks like we're going to have a terrible storm coming soon. Look at that grey sky. Let's try and pick up the pace and get to this cave before it starts chucking it down. It's bad enough being cold. I don't want to be cold and wet. Air is biting cold, you are getting colder. Just checking that wasn't the turning. No, next one up. Check I've got everyone with me. I do. Excellent. Run, steed. Oh, listen to that thunder. Really feel it through your chest. And turn, turn. It's going to be a beauty of a storm when it starts. Right, let's check myself. Nope, straight up still. And I've got a couple of perk points to spend. What have we got here?
There are dragons about, traveler. Be warned.
Thank you. I know. I was at Helgen.
Then you've seen them too. We lost our home. livestock. We barely have enough gold to get by.
Here you go. I will give you 5 gold.
Thank you, traveler. Be safe, and don't forget to keep an eye on the sky.
I will do. So, just to remind everyone of what's up. The man who cried wolf, a representative from Dragonbridge, has appealed to the court in solitude for help investigating Wolfskull Cave. Folkfirebreed has asked me to clear out the cave, and it's also connected to this quest, A Widow Too Soon, where the court steward, Folkfirebreed, might know something about Wolfskull Cave's problem. Talk to him and get that quest. Although it still says speak to him. Oh, red dot.
Protect yourself, Steve.
It's a blood skeleton. Jump. Oh, what's going on?
Choose temperance, and you'll be shown the same.
Had a funny key thing going on there, I think. That was not what I was expecting. A wolf, a troll, not a blood red skeleton. Where's the bones? I want to examine the bones.
Look, over here.
Skeleton Scourge Guardian.
I smell trouble.
Dwarven arrows. Nothing giving much away there. Let's check the arrow situation.
I'm right here.
Zora, how are you doing for arrows? Where's your... I need to trade.
I'll carry what I can.
Let's see. Fully charged, fully charged, fully charged, fully charged. 28. On a rifling spear. Right. The second you run out, let me know.
You go, I'll follow.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Let's see, what have you got? 27 as well.
If you need anything else, just ask.
I want to let them keep their arrows, simply because it allows me to understand how often they fire, how quickly they go through them, and who hit what. And the second I notice that they're not using their bows, I will give them a whole host of different ones. But I just don't want to do that now. So rather they use those. Right, mask on. Expect anything, I think, is prudent at the moment, considering what was outside. I need to get some arrows on myself, in fact. Dawnbreaker, fully charged. So, what shall we use? Let's try some of these Nordic arrows. I was a bit worried that I couldn't see anyone. Chime traps, unusual chains. Is that a doorway up there? Can't quite see. There's not enough light. Where are my light source arrows? I think that's a door. It is a door. I think I see our exit people. Watch the chimes. Whoa! Indigo, you give me a heart attack! Miners? Thirsty work for a miner, it seems. Lots of wine bottles. I can hear something. Sounds like animal breathing. Draga! Well done. Is that my stomach? Something very quick. There you go. Shh. Shh.
I know. 2 or 3.
Trying to get Kinneris Whisper to work. Gonna get some invisibility out if I can while I'm passing. Those things really bounce. What have we here? It looks like a Draga. It is a Draga. Am I gonna hit the edge of the steps if I fire from here? Very likely.
Show me that destiny can be undone.
chaos must come to an end.
Clear the doorway!
Such a good deed.
Let's check on this Draugr champion. Actually, no, you can keep that. Do I have a map? I do. Not that far ahead then. Whatever is the target. There's another level down there. Whoa! Are you okay?
Are you alright down there?
Now why did that silly elf run off?
Yep, we'll come down.
You did not die down there,
Can't
did
leave
you?
it there by herself. I guess we're going from the down up. Just in your own time, Zora. Use the edges over there. Alright, I've got you covered.
On a second thought, I think I'll pass. You go, I'll follow.
Dwarfskull runes.
Thank you, my son.
There you go.
You'll need to do better than that.
How does that feel?
Yes. That was close.
What the? Now, there's something you don't see every day.
Wolf Queen, hear our call and awaken. We summon Potema. We summon Potema. Long have you slept the dreamless sleep of death, Potema. No longer. Hear us, Wolf Queen. We summon you. We summon Potema. We summon Potema. We summon Potema. Wolf Queen, hear our call and awaken. Hear us, Wolf Queen. We summon you. We summon Potema.
They're trying to resurrect the Wolf Queen Potema? That doesn't sound good. And I'm amazed we haven't got a quest update. I think I might need to upgrade a bit. Okay, we'll try and take out as many as quietly as possible. But I'm not entirely sure how much time we have. Whoa. Actually, I think whoever I saw was human. So... watch the oil. Necromage.
You will learn to fear.
Just a scratch.
Jump, Raimyr.
Stronger with each fight. At least I like to think so.
Ornate Mall. Look at the weight of that thing. No, I'll leave it. Oh, I'm out of stamina. Some more stamina on.
Silence.
Well done, team. There's still 2 up there.
Yes! Yes! Return me to this realm! As our voices summon you, the blood of the innocent binds you, Wolf Queen. Summon with words bound by blood. What? What are you doing, you fools? You cannot bind me to your wills. Summon with words bound by blood. You ants don't have the power to bind me.
Stand still, damn it. I think we need to get up there and get up there fast. Nice kill, Indigo.
One more step into darkness.
Looks like there's still 3 up there.
Something is wrong. There is an intruder.
That hit?
Stop the intruder.
You're a dead man! No! This ends now!
I couldn't agree more. Is that just escape up there, or did we stop it?
I will attack on sight.
Let me check the map and the mission on that one. I have confronted and stopped a group of necromancers attempting to summon Potamia, the Wolf Queen in Wolfskull Cave. I should return to Fault Firebeat with the news. Awesome!
Potamia the Wolf Queen. She had a very scary voice, but I always imagined her growling.
Like a wolf. That's a very cool outfit. Shaman moves. Where's the hat? Oh, that's it. I'll take that. Thank you very much.
Some say the Draugr await the return of dragons to Tamriel. Now that their winged overlords have awakened, it's no wonder they're so restless.
That's a very good point, actually. The refugees, is this related to the summoning or just a coincidental book? Quickly skimming through it to see any mention of Patimia. Nothing's jumping out yet. Or it's a biggie, whatever. Holland.
What is war but a way of life? A fire that starts in the heart and spreads to the hand that wields the sword.
And any thoughts on our current location?
The Dread Wolf Queen must not be allowed to wreak havoc upon Skyrim.
Job done. Big tick.
Let's keep moving.
In you go.
Something on your mind?
Any thoughts?
I'm hoping this torch doesn't go out.
There's plenty more where that came from, my friend, if you need another one. Very nice. Jump. I can kind of see the wolfy emblem there. Maybe if they had been trying to summon her without binding her, it might have been a quicker ritual. Luckily for us, they were trying to bind her, by the sound of things. How many hours do you have left? Let's have a quick check.
What do you need me to take?
So you use 3 there.
Alright.
What is on your mind?
Mind yourself.
What is mine is yours.
I don't hear that very often, Indigo. And you used 1. Okay. So there was no real danger. Did I pick up any? Oh, there you go. And do I have any Force 1 arrows while I'm here? 2.
I have your back, my friend.
Oh, where's your trade dialogue, Zara?
So what now? Alright, let's trade.
Yes. What now? Let me just give you these and then I'll have a quick check of the map and the mission. Well, we need to return to Solitude if nothing else, so we can speak to Folk Firebeard. And then I'm thinking Windhelm, unless something else comes up. Oh, excuse me, ladies. What's the edge? I'll take that and that. Aura Grand Blaze. While active, all hostile actors in a 20-foot radius take 4 base points of fire damage per second and takes 10% more damage from fire-based spells and attack. Reduces magic by 50 while active. 20-foot radius, 4 points of damage a second. Hostile actors. I thought you had found something there, Indigo. Let's try that out. Grand Blaze. Frost Rune. Found Sword? No. We already know that. It's Restoration. Yes. Costs 106. What is my Magicka? 272. And I've got 2 perk points to spend. They may be going into one-handed combat. So, okay, let's give this a shot. Right, well, I'm very glad. That was the main thing I was testing, whether or not it was going to damage you. I don't look like I've got an aura, but I'm not sure if this is working. I've got no icon in the top right hand corner, says that I've got an active aura. Ah, there it is. It finally appeared. Enemies take 4 points of damage per second. Right. Okay, well, we'll keep that on for the time being. Right, there may still be stragglers, so watch your step. Yep, here we go. That was awesome! I almost wish that was longer. That was a very cool effect of them trying to summon up Batimia. That was brilliant. I'm still waiting for something else to happen, to be honest. I've seen something so significant like that. Kind of feels a shame it's over already. Right, let's get into the horses and get back to Solitude. The man who cried wolf. Just put a map marker down there. No, place marker. I think it's probably just simpler going back the way we came on the main roads. Peckish, thirsty, slightly thirsty, not tired, sober. I am warm, but the air is bone chilling, and I am getting colder. Unsurprisingly, that wind is howling around me. Ah, sky is clear as the snow begins to settle. Solitude. The sun is trying to burn through those grey clouds. That was just so cool. That was really cool. I wish all like special effects were that impressive. I don't know, all these other Necromancer caves have got a lot to live up to now. Morning, afternoon, evening. What time is it exactly? 8:29 AM. Can never tell with a grey sky like this. Ow, my ears.
Hear ye! Hear ye!
It's not much to ask.
Attend now for the news of the hour. Of late, boats and ships making use of the city harbor have been impeded by discarded crates, barrels, spoiled food, and other unsightly obstructions. Such refuse has made it difficult for ships and boats to navigate the safe shores of Hafengar, disrupting commerce, dirtying the surroundings, and breathing stink into the air. By lawful decree of our Jarl, henceforth a fine of 10 septims will be imposed on those caught discarding wastes into the waters around the Solitude docks. Breach of the law will command swift punishment, without remittance or pardon. failure to pay the fine will subject the culprit to forfeiture of land, goods, and chattel, or indentured servitude and imprisonment.
Harsh.
Be it reminded that it is our obligation as subjects of the Jarl to obey her just laws, as to ensure the safe conduct of our fair city.
I'm not sure I like how he stared at me when he said that.
Myrisi'l Elysium.
Hear ye, hear ye. Oh no, let's go before he deafens me again.
The Divines saved me from the streets, and they can save you from your trials as well.
Hear ye!
Oh, you have no idea.
Divines guide and keep you.
Good citizens of Solitude,
I want to listen to the next one.
visitors to our fair city from far and near. Be it known that yet another caravan has been waylaid by cannibal savages known as the Forsworn.
Oh, the cannibals now, are they?
In broad daylight, just a half-day's ride from our sister city of Markarth, these naked beastmen of the Reach, painted in the blood of their victims, swarmed a band
Indigo
of
camp.
traders and travelers bound for the city. The forsworn marauders pillaged the caravan and spared not a soul. Horses, drivers, riders, guards, all were put to the sword, then boiled in soup. The Jarl of Markarth requests that brave and capable warriors, willing to risk life and limb to bring justice and tranquility,
Stop putting so much pressure on me by looking at me when you say that.
promptly show themselves in Understone Keep and offer aid in battling the forsworn threat. Let all good people of Solitude be thankful that Hafengar remains safe and protected by our beloved Jarl. Long live our Jarl!
I like the little salute there, that's nice. I swear, if you pull that trumpet out one more time... It's a busy news day, it seems.
Hear ye! Hear ye! Attend now for the news of the hour. Be it reminded that the worship of Talos is outlawed by imperial edict and punishable by death.
That's not news.
It is a fact of common knowledge that continued rituals and prayers to Talos will anger the Divines and bring their wrath upon your families and neighbors. Those found practicing the arts and worship of Talos will be subject to summary judgment and execution. Breach of the law will command swift punishment, without remittance or pardon. It is the ordained duty of all true faithfuls to report any cult activities they witness to the Solitude Constabulary.
Blue sky, sun's coming out.
Only you can prevent divine retribution. Be it reminded that compliance with the law.
Let's go, Indigo.
What? Long live Myrisi'l Elysium.
Excuse me. Excuse me. It's that shady Argonian character. I won't be able to hear a word you're saying with that guy. Let's go.
Hear ye, hear ye.
Oh, that's cool. I like that. Thirsty. I would like a drink. Have we met?
Huh? What? Who are you? Oh, you come to steal my dragon breath mead? Well, too bad. Some fellow already did that.
Ah, who stole your mead?
Oh, real clumsy drunk. Bald as a chicken egg and a face with just as much expression. A brown egg, though. Red guard with white whiskers and beggar clothes as dirty as the wrong end of a hooker.
I think he might be talking about
Right,
himself.
Oh, he did. You see that thief? You tell him he's a bad sneak, and his breath smells like a troll's crotch.
Also mead.
Mead.
You're a bad sneak and your breath smells like a troll's crotch.
It does? Oh dear. I better do something about that then. Chewing on dragon's tongue usually does the trick. At least that's what my personal alchemist used to tell me. Was the fire that burned up the stink. But I had to get rid of him so I could buy more mead.
Oh, I see.
Didn't get wealthy by wasting my fortune on luxuries.
Obviously, you must be a very wealthy man. I apologize, my lord, I didn't realise it. It looks like a beggar and smells like a beggar. Well, a pauper and fancies of a noble. How absurd. My apologies, my lord, I didn't realise.
Here's your mistake. What with the state of my tunic, and the fact that I sleep on the street.
You don't sleep on the street, do you?
I could shop at Radiant Raymond. Maybe
But who
buy
would
that
want to?
house. What's it called? Proudspire Manor. But that would exhaust a tenth of my fortune. I mean, what's it going for? 5 gold pieces? 7, maybe? And you got to furnish it, too. It'd be a bit foolish to squander my fortune on something I don't need.
Well, there's plenty of street to sleep upon. So, exactly how wealthy are you? Are you from around these parts? What's the best thing to drink in solitude? Do you ever consider spending more money on food? Here, have a gold piece, have a drink with me. What's the best thing to drink in solitude?
Easy. Spiced wine. Normally I wouldn't touch that stuff.
But
that
Arlen says...
sounds like some sort of wine wizard or something. I keep telling her she should train as a mead maiden instead, or...
A mead maiden. Ale archer.
Full potential.
Is that kind of like an arcane archer, but with more mead, more ale? What in the divine's name is that ale archer?
It's sort of like a sword stinger. You heard of those, right? Well, you probably heard it wrong, so I'll tell you anyway.
Enlighten me.
The Yansei. They could channel their own spirit into a weapon. Called it the way of the spirit sword.
Imaginative.
In the old tongue, it was known as...
Shenshu.
Shashacharu. Say that 5 times fast. In
No,
any
you're
case,
okay.
I figured you were an ale saint instead of a sword one. You could channel your spirit into a bottle. And you got all sorts of different classes. You got the mead monks, wine wizards, beer berserkers, and of course, ale archers.
Tell me more of these mead maids. I prefer a town with a good beer maiden myself.
I agree. Damn city ought to be ashamed of itself. Beer will get you just as drunk as any wine for half the price. But I guess Yvette's under pressure to support that white...
It's like liquid bread, it's good for you.
And mucking up wine bottles is like some sort of tradition around here. Poor girl needs to leave the city. Train with greybeards or something. Broaden her horizons. Poor girl needs to leave the city.
Oh dear.
Train with greybeards or something. Broaden her horizons.
Do you repeat yourself much? You could try brewing your own liquor.
Wait, you can do that? Is it cheap? I remember I tried to grow my own cabbages once. Didn't turn out too well.
What did it turn out to
Planted
be?
a bunch of seeds over in that cemetery by the Hall of the Dead. Figured the corpses would be good for their soil. Nothing came out except more nightshade. Then I ate those to see if maybe they were like them purple cabbages. But nope, just
Plain old
nightshade.
nightshade.
Good thing, too, 'cause I hate cabbages. Don't know why I was growing them to begin with.
Let's go back to my earlier questions.
Huh? What?
Have you ever considered spending more money on food?
Ale is food, beer is food, spiced wine even has that jasmine grapes in it or something. Says so right on the label. Mead's made from honey, too. Folk like to put in all sorts of healthy ingredients, like dried first Miriam, elf's ear, and juniper berries.
Elf
Just about all
ear
spirits
mead.
got some kind of food in them, but they got happiness in them, too.
They got happiness. What do you mean by that?
Some may call it a disease, the way people can't stop drinking. Well, if it's a rush of euphoria. If it's a fever I'd say hello to any day of the week, and twice on Sundays.
Preach, my inebriate friend, preach. Get a job, you're drinking now. One cannot subside slowly on liquor. Ugh, it's catching. Preach, my inebriated friend, preach.
What? Who's inebriated? The priest? Good for her.
Here you go. Have a gold piece.
Wonderful. Just a couple of more of my little gold friends and we'll have enough for another battle. It's just too bad they don't sell mead by the sip. Until next time.
Take care of yourself, old man. Let's head. Who's that? Oh, sorry, Orlan. Not too close. Hello. I couldn't help but notice that you were being suspicious by the graveyard. And you look way dodgy.
Not now.
How about now?
This isn't a good time.
Care to narrow it down a bit?
This isn't a good time.
Okay, I guess not. Suspicious bard. Let's go speak to Folk. Run, Raimyr. Okay, everyone? Excellent. Right. Probably best to disarm the weapons. Just the man I came to see.
You've returned. Good. What did you find at Wolfskull Cave?
You wouldn't believe me. Some necromancers were attempting to summon and bind Battle-Mage.
Battle-Mage herself? Please tell me you stopped them.
Oh, I thought you just wanted me to check and come back. Oh, yes, I interrupted their ritual. It's done.
You've done a larger service to the realm than you could possibly know. A resurrected Battle-Mage. I shudder at the thought.
1200. Has that completed the mission? Well, excellent. It seemed to have. I can't remember who gave me that one. So, that's superb. Well done, Team Dragonborn. Stop the evil Wolf Queen from returning. I don't think there's anything else that we need to do around here. I think they may get back to being very political and noisy. So, have a quick check of the map and the mission. I like how the wind suddenly picks up because I go to the map. But then as soon as I get out of the map, it's gone. Tending the flame. Right, I think the next course of action is probably heading over to Windhelm and speaking to Jarl Ulfric. And somehow try to persuade him to come to this peace council. And I bet we've got a couple of other things that we need to do while we're there, in fact. Ah. Yes. Talk to Jolie. Excellent. How awesome was that mission, Bo? I was just so impressed with those effects. That was really, really awesome. Just wish there was more to it, actually. I wondered if we had just hung around and not interrupted him, whether or not Queen Battle-Mage would actually have been summoned back. I'm just curious. It's just out of academic curiosity. I wonder if I just don't do anything. So I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please tap the like button. Leave me a comment first and foremost. Let me know what you think. I always love feedback, good or bad. I'd rather you tell me what you don't like, so I don't do it again in the following episodes. Because if you don't tell me, I'll keep on doing it, and I don't want to do that to you. So subscribe, and you'll be notified when the next video comes out. Remember to check out my Facebook page. I've also got a Twitter account as well, so go over to there, follow, say hi, and I hope to see you in the next episode. So until then, take care of yourself, and goodbye for now. I can't get no satisfaction. I can't get no satisfaction, 'cause I try, and I try, and I try, and I try. I can't get no